This is Don Trosper, Public History Manager for the Olympia Tumwater Foundation. And on our history feature, Talking Over Old Times Today, I want to direct us to one of Tumwater's pioneer cemeteries, just off Little Rock Road. It has some personal significance to me, since it's on a plot of land that was donated by one of my ancestors who came across the Oregon Trail with the Simmons Bush Party to found Tumwater back in 1845. His name is Jesse Ferguson. There are a lot of stories about Uncle Jesse. One of those is about how he caught a sickness that hit a lot of young, adventurous, single young men at the time. It was a fever whose symptoms included dropping everything and leaving their new homes for a time in the hope of striking it rich. We could call it gold fever. It was 1851, and the California gold rush fever was fading into history, only to suffer a relapse when news arrived from the Queen Charlotte Islands that gold had been discovered there. It was certainly a contagious fever. A group of local men, including Uncle Jesse, chartered a ship that had just arrived in Olympia's port from Sydney, Australia. There were 25 of them that sailed north to the islands. Just as they arrived in the waters near the gold strike, a violent windstorm struck the ship and drove it ashore. Local hostile Indians saw the opportunity and rushed on board the ship, robbing the passengers and then holding them as hostages. For 54 days, the natives kept their prisoners until the U.S. government bought $1,500 worth of goods from the Hudson Bay Company and then sent the ship Damerscove to deliver the ransom to the Indians. The natives accepted the payment and released the men, who then returned home without gold, without most of their worldly goods they had taken, and yes, with much less of their personal dignity. My Uncle Jesse said that the whole episode cured his gold fever for good. Jesse was ever after content to live on his farm. He began courting the daughter of his neighbors to the southeast, the Rutledges. And even the great Klondike gold rush of later years couldn't infect gold fever upon him again. It seems he developed an immunity through his previous experience.